What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Charlie Brown Politics. As you might know, I am Charlie Brown, the host of the show. Now, there's some big news about to be dropped from the one and only RFK Jr. Now, everybody, since he has announced his presidential run through the Democratic primary, has been telling him, "You're crazy. It's rigged. Bobby, look around. Look at what they did to Bernie. Look at what they did to Jesse Jackson, Howard Dean." And Bobby said, "I'm going to try anyway." And we said, "That's cool. You should think about what everybody is telling you and break away and go third party." And so now there is some news going around that RFK Jr. is thinking about going third party. I'm sure you've seen these headlines, and he has recently just put out a video announcing that he has an announcement. Sorry for the redundancy. So let's go ahead and watch this video, and then we'll react to it. And yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to be in Philadelphia on October 9th to make a major announcement at the very birthplace of our nation. I'm not going to tell you right now exactly what that announcement will be. I can say, though, that if you've been waiting to come to one of my public events, this will be the one to come to. I'll be speaking about a sea change in American politics and what your part and my part is in that change. A lot of Americans who had previously given up any hope that real change would ever come through the American electoral process have begun to find new hope in my candidacy. And I understand the deeply felt concern that people have about the way corruption has overtaken our government. It's in the executive branch, it's in Congress, it's in the leadership of both political parties. And so some people feel a kind of cynicism alongside the hope, or they lose hope entirely because they've been disappointed so many times. I want to tell you now what I've come to understand after 6 months of campaigning. There is a path to victory. The hope we are feeling isn't some kind of trick of the mind. We all recognize that there's a genuine possibility of national transformation, and its source is the goodness of the American people. Our government may be crooked, but our people are kind, brave, and caring. That goodness is stronger than the divisions that are keeping us all apart. I see it every day on the campaign trail, and the more I see it, the more I trust it. And the more I trust it, the more the path to victory becomes visible. So how are we going to win against the established Washington interests? It's not through playing the game by the corrupt rules that the corrupt powers and the vested interests have rigged to keep us all in their thrall. Instead, we're going to have to rewrite the assumptions and change the habits of American politics. We're going to tap into a mighty surge of people power to reclaim an honest, peaceful, just, and prosperous America. So I am inviting you to join me in Philadelphia on October 9th. There I'll share with you our path to the White House and how we can all participate in healing our nation.
All right, so that was the video. In the announcement, everybody is, saying that he is going to run third party. He's going to announce that he's going to break away. There's, rumors about him going libertarian, which would make it easier for him to get on the ballot. And the Libertarian Party already has a lot of access and a lot of, momentum going in this race, I suppose you could say. All right, so me personally, I am, exhausted with the current system that we have. I'm exhausted with electoral politics in general, and so I'm kind of over it. But with that, this is still exciting, and it's what a lot of us wanted RFK Jr. to do in the beginning, to break away, go third party. Even though I am still over the system, I'm excited to see what this is going to do, what this is going to bring, the wrench that is going to be thrown into the machine, how this will turn out. So I really do hope Bobby decides to go on and go third party. It's regardless of how I feel about the system, it's a tough choice to make. We all know the cross that someone has to bear if you decide to go third party, if you decide to speak out against the status quo, against the establishment. And Bobby speaks out on a lot of different things, from, the pharmaceutical companies to endless war. And, there's things to critique RFK Jr. upon, like Palestine. He did go on Jimmy Dore's show and say he would talk to Max Blumenthal, and from what I know, that is not happening. And maybe something has come up where they have plans to do that, but from what I've heard, that there are no plans for it. So if I can say, RFK Jr., you need to be a man of your word and talk to Max Blumenthal, and just, even, yeah, so come on, Bobby, what are you doing there? But give RFK Jr. credit where credit's due. He's still going to hopefully go third party and give the middle finger to the Democrats. I really hope he takes off the gloves and just sticks it to his buddy Joe Biden, that he's been calling him, the friend of the family. I hope he stops with that, and really just, he doesn't have to attack him personally at all, but how easy is it to just demolish these people on their policies alone? Okay, it's how many times have we gone over it? The crime bill, the Willow Project. Joe Biden was a part of the Obama administration that took 2 wars to 7. I'm not going to bore you with the details. We can go on and on and on. So credit to RFK Jr. For having the cojones to do something that, Ralph Nader did back in the day. And it's a cross to bear that takes a lot of weight. If he really starts getting some traction, then I was already nervous for him a little bit when he announced his initial run, because we all know the history of what's happened with his family, and especially on his uncle's side, what's been proven and who was behind it. Surprise, CIA. But I'm sure you already knew that. That's if you're watching my type of channel. So, I'm still against people sending money to any candidate, whether it be RFK Jr. But if you're a fan of RFK, if you're gonna send money to him, you're not gonna get any shame from me. You're still always welcome here. Hell yeah. But let me just say, you're gonna send $20 to RFK Jr. Let me ask that you consider taking $10 of that and saving it for yourself, or giving it to the people of Maui and Lahaina, or some type of mutual aid. Just my feelings are, times are tough. We all have less and less money. So it just, giving it to politicians scares me, especially after what happened to Bernie. And I'm still under the feeling that the system is just so rotted out, this capitalist system. Even if a third party rises up, it's still going to be within this system that we have. And look at what they're throwing at Trump. That's just the beginning on what they'll do to RFK if he actually holds any type of true power. So that's just how I feel, guys. Let me know, what are you feeling about RFK Jr. Manning up and breaking away from the Democrats like we said he should have in the beginning. But hey, give him credit now for it. So with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you're feeling. And I will catch you guys on that next episode of Charlie Brown Politics. Later, guys.